Hello, this is going to be a quick little part one video for my latest project. I've been feeling in a rut lately, creatively, so I thought, why don't I do another big character, because those are always fun. So I thought I would do the giant for my ogre army. I'm not going to show you any drawings of what he's going to look like. I do have a plan for him, and I know what I'm going for, and hopefully that will come across. Yeah, so that's it. The other thing I've been noticing, so right now it's just armature wire, foil, and milliput, and a little bit of milliput green stuff down here. Yeah, the other thing that was going on is like whenever I don't have a lot of projects happening, so whenever I have leftover green stuff, I didn't really, you can only make so many like braided ropes or candy canes or whatever. So yeah, now this guy will be where all that stuff goes. I'll start bulking him out, and then eventually that will be the main project that I work on, hopefully. And I will show you as it goes. Back in a bit. Super secret project continues. Not sure if you have any guesses yet. No. Pretty much finished one leg. Yeah. And halfway through another. So, yeah. Wow. I just started this morning. It's already started it pretty much solid. All right. Getting there. The old boy's coming together. I don't know if you can tell what it is yet or what it's going to be. I don't know. Yeah, I say boy, although not much of a boy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm, if I ever get to a point where I'm sculpting genitals, I think it's time for me to, get a new hobby. We'll just see. He's very skinny. Maybe too skinny. I don't know. Maybe not skinny enough. Well, anyway, he is what he is. So, he's coming along. Today, I think I'm just going to sculpt his pecs, and then I'm going to work on the face and the hands, and that's going to be done separately. All right, back in a bit. Here he is. Look at him. Look at him. He's coming along. I hope you can start to get a picture of what he is, what he's supposed to be. Or I have failed, which, it's fine. I fail all the time. It's great. Yeah, so I'm gonna, today I'm gonna put a little green stuff milliput, connect that head, and then, we'll keep going. And a little hint there. Well, what's that? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. That's nothing. Alright, back in a bit. Here he is. He's, looking a little Robocop-ish, because I haven't given him hair yet. And, maybe I made the nipples a little too big. Anyway, that's a super sculpey head, by the way. This is super sculpey, too, which is gonna go there. His hands are huge. Maybe they're too big. I don't know. Too late now. He's got big hands. He's gonna have to learn to live with that. Yeah, I have. See? It's no big deal. It's no big deal. So, yeah. Anyway. So, he looks angry. He looks like I just tugged on those little turkey baster nipples. Alright. Back in a bit. Alright. So, I attached those giant catcher's mitts, he calls hands. I started to build up the hair. Hair needs a lot of volume. I don't know. I don't know what, yeah, I hate sculpting volume in hair, but especially if I'm trying to get to look like something specific. Like, I don't know if you can tell a little bit. Maybe some of you can tell kind of what it's supposed to be, like a take on. It's definitely a take on something. It's not a total, hence the gingerbread cookie. So, anyway, what are you doing here? Who are you? What are you? How'd you get here? Anyway, so, and also, let me just to give you an idea of scale. Here's another ogre next to him. So, yeah, so it's clearly a giant. That's, yeah, and this is not the base he's going to be on. This is just something I glued him to so I can work on him. It's going to be a 50 by 50 base, which is, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. But, yeah, so, just got to bulk out the hair a little bit more. Do a little bit of, working out these little rough spots here, a little grading, a little bit of sanding, a little bit of maybe take out the old Dremel again, fill in some more gaps, then I'll prime them, paint them, put them on the field. So that's where I'm at. So I think I'm done sculpting. I gave him a little loincloth, which is going to be made of Christmas gift wrap. Yeah, he does look a little bit like a roadie for Aerosmith, but hopefully the paint job will change all that. So I'm going to give him a little primer, see what kind of gaps I need to fill up. Like I can tell there's going to be some right in there. I can tell I'm going to have to sand that down. Yeah, but there he is, and he's pretty much ready to go for the next step. And then we'll get on to painting after that. So, back it a bit. I think I'm probably gonna space. I'm probably gonna prime him gray to see where the flaws are. When I paint him, I'm gonna probably have him be black and then paint over that. So anyway, back in a bit. Oh, my poor beautiful baby boy! Look at all the cracks and crevices I have to fill in. Oh, you poor thing. All right, and also one arm is slightly smaller than the other. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'll get out the tape measure. Check out the biceps. Yeah, it looks a little smaller, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like a lot of filling in to do. But I expected that. I mean, you do it in pieces. Green stuff and milliput does tend to shrink a tiny bit when it dries, when it cures. So it's expected. Anyway, I guess it's not terrible. Yeah, here's this gift wrapping shorts, onesie, I don't know, diaper, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna keep cracking at it, and then I'll base coat it black and start to paint it. And finally, at long last, here is the finished product. Yeah, I think hopefully it's pretty obvious what it is. It's my take on Goya's Saturn devouring his son. More about that painting in a minute. The reason why I think it fits for Christmas, though, Saturnalia was actually held during the winter solstice, so I think it's very Christmassy. I didn't actually glue the feet to the base. I just put I put my base stuff. I had some left over, and I just like smushed them in there just to try and get where the feet would end up, and then I figured I would take them off and glue them later. But yeah, it's pretty stuck. So we'll see what happens. Let me see if I can get better lighting there. Yeah. That is gift wrap that he's wearing as pants. And that is a gingerbread man that is his son. Hope you like it. Yeah. All right, really quickly. Oh, I screwed up there and have to touch that up. I'll do that. I always do that. I always find something last minute. No, actually, is it paper? I can't tell. Well, whatever. Either way, just assume that it's exactly like it's supposed to be. I did enjoy this whole project just because it's like, it's such a cool painting. But about the painting. All right, here's if I had to give a thesis on a painting. I don't think it's actually Saturn devouring his son. I think it's more likely to be Dante's version of Satan. In Dante's final level of hell, Satan is actually devouring Judas Iscariot and the two senators that plotted Julius Caesar's assassination. That's what I think it is. A couple things. One, Saturn is the Roman version of Kronos, and what Kronos said, there was a prophecy that his children will overtake him. So he ate all his kids immediately right after they were born. In the painting, it's not a baby. That's that's an adult. Yeah, and it's kind of important to the myth because then his wife like wrapped a stone and swaddled a rock basically in clothes and fed that to him, and it would later turn out to be Zeus who would overthrow him, and then Saturn would regurgitate the kids, and Kronos threw up the kids, and they came back to life. Poseidon, Hades, I don't know, Hestia, Demeter, I don't know. There are a bunch of them, a bunch of vomit babies. But also, if you look at the original, the painting that they have isn't actually the original painting. Goya never talked about the painting. It was part of his black paintings, and apparently he never said anything about them. So when people found all these works on the walls after he died, they said, let's make some money off this. Let's put them in a museum. This one, yeah. I think, so if you look at the painting itself is actually not even close to what it was supposed to be. It's someone tried to transfer it from a wall, which is plaster, onto a canvas, and it just looked totally different. I'm sure there was actually a sketch done of the original work on the wall. And if you see like something with the, like, I keep looking at his right arm, and that just seems, it doesn't seem like an arm. It seems humanoid. It seems almost, I think it's more like a wing. And in Dante's Inferno, Satan had two leathery wings. So, and also, like, at the time, he was worried about his own mortality. He was worried about, going insane. He who knows what was going on in his head. He was living with but all his paintings deal with, like, good and evil. And what's the ultimate evil other than Satan? So, who knows? And then he was living with his, allegedly his former mistress, who he cut out of his will entirely. So I don't know. Was there betrayal there? Maybe did he feel like there was betrayal, but there wasn't actually any betrayal? I don't know. It's just fun to think about. Like, well, I'll never know. I'll either find out when I die, or I'll never find out. But either way, it's a fun painting, and just the history of art is just so interesting. And just thinking that, and his life was so interesting. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got. That's my TED Talk for the day. I hope you like it. I hope you can see the resemblance a little bit. The head is, I think I talked about this probably, super sculpty head. The rest is Millput green stuff, armature wire. And it is a 50 by 50 base. It fits perfectly, which is what I need for my ogre army. Yeah, there it is. That's my project. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. I have other little projects I'm working on. Hold on a second. I'll just show you them quick. These little guys. I need more fan cam, but I thought, what if they're little like tree stick monsters on a Christmas tree, like walking insects? I think they're creepy, and they look, yeah, so I can Christmas them up. That's what I'm working on now. Next, I've taken a long break. Also, I want to do Monster Mash this year. I don't see anyone heading it up, so I could just do it on my own, but that doesn't seem as fun. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you next time. And let me know what you think. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think. If you knew when you knew what I was going for, if you think I captured it, or if you think I didn't, just lie to me. All right. Thanks. Bye.